What's up, guys? We are back, and I'm looking at some more NBA plays today over on PrizePicks. I've cashed 12 of my last 16 NBA plays, which means we are on a 12-4 run in the NBA currently, looking to stay cooking here before the NBA playoffs. These plays apply to all apps out there, whether you're on PrizePicks or Underdog or even Sportsbook. So let's hop in. Let's keep cashing with some more winners today. Fell short in yesterday's video, but every other play cashed over in the DubClub, so that was kind of unfortunate. Just to give out the wrong plays in the video yesterday, obviously. We've been consistently winning. We are over 80 units of profit in the NBA this year. Let's keep it going with some more winners. Before we do get to these free plays, though, if you guys want a third play in tomorrow's video like we do have in this video, get this video here to 175 likes, and I'll drop a third play in tomorrow's video also. But now let's get to these free plays. Don't miss out on joining the DubClub, though. You get all of my plays sent straight to your phone. There's a 2-day free trial linked in my description. This gives you access to all of my plays sent straight to your phone for the NBA, the NHL, and the MLB. You also see access to the Discord, where you talk to me and other members in the community chats, as well as getting plays from my contributors in Asmi's, Emo, and Props. These guys all do great work and put out really, really good plays. So you get all those different bonuses there, but you also get access to my plays, which are over 80 units of profit this NBA season, and over 130 units of profit this NBA and NHL season. We are so close to breaking the 140 unit mark, which means if you had $50 on each play, you'd be over $6,000 of profit. We are so close now to about $7,000 of profit, but we've been absolutely cooking, and we're looking to stay cushing and break that 140 unit mark today over in the DubClub. So don't miss out. There's that free trial linked in my description, or you could also join for the next month for only $15, which is $20 off your first month. Both options are linked in my description. And let me tell you, we are coming back for some vengeance today over the DubClub, man, because we have this athletics correlation play here, pays out 9x, missed by one single strikeout there in Bryce Miller. It was freaking painful. Then we had a 17x here in the Detroit Tigers, also missed by one leg. We missed a 9x by one leg and a 17x by one leg last night. So we are coming back for some vengeance tonight in the DubClub. We have put out some really nice correlation plays. It was the first day putting out correlation plays, and it's been very, very good. So we're looking to keep cashing. Let's get to these plays. Be sure that you play responsibly and at your own risk. Leave a like on this video and subscribe. And if you have not already, have all those post notifications so that we can get in before these lines get bumped or get removed. And if you're not on PrizePicks, be sure to use promo code DOMG. If you get this promo here, play $5, get $50 instantly. Again, promo code DOMG, link is in my description for PrizePicks. Let's get to it here. The first play I like on the PrizePicks board for tonight's slate is going to be over in the rebounds and the assist category, because tonight I like Nikola Vucevic, who has since been bumped because PrizePicks bumps every single play that I post. You can find him at 12.5 rebounds and assists or 9.5 rebounds. I'm fine with both of them on every single app out there besides PrizePicks. DubClub, of course, got him in at 12.5 rebounds and assists. He's been up for like at least 30 to 45 minutes here over in the DubClub, but PrizePicks has it bumped because they are terrible when it comes to lines. I hate them with a passion right now. But you can find it for both of our Underdog Fantasy. You can find them at 9.5 rebounds or 12.5 rebounds and assists, or you add an even better payout on an app like Sleeper or Chalkboard. So I'm talking about Nikola Vucevic here, but 13 rebounds and assists. There's a lot of push potential, but it's up to you if you want to play it or not. He's had at least 13, though, in 59% of games this year. Nice matchup here against Charlotte, but he's over in 6 of his last 10 games, as you can see here. And a couple of these games were just kind of due to low minutes, due to a blowout or, other things happening, like maybe foul trouble, things like that. But, like, for example, here, this Lakers game was a massive blowout. Same with the Thunder game, as well as the Raptors game, which is why I did not see at least 28 minutes in these games here. But like last game here against Portland, he had a really good game with 14, where he had about 33 minutes because it was a decent close game. So in games this year where he plays at least 28 or more minutes, he's over in 62% of games. 30 plus minutes, he's over in 69% of games, as you can see there. It's a 9.5 point spread, which I absolutely love because look at how good he is in wins this year. The hit rate goes from 62% to all the way up in wins to 80%. Massive bump there, as you can see. He's a lot better in wins, and they are big favorites tonight against Charlotte. I do have faith that this game can stay close to, and most of these games he's missed recently are just due to games where they've lost in bad blowout situations. But the matchup form is really good here against Charlotte too, because they rank 23rd in rebounds allowed per game and 16th in assists allowed per game as a whole. So they're pretty good, especially to opposing centers. Like you can see what opposing centers have done against them here. They have allowed Sabonis here to have 18 against them. Valanciunas here had 9 with a 5.5 line, as you can see there. You have Filipowski here with 12.5 line. He had 15 against them. Missy had 10.5 line, dropped 13. These guys are constantly flying over their line. Even Nakapodl here was able to have 15 against them. So Vucevic's a pretty solid center when it comes to rebounding. I've trusted him a lot in the past. He's come through for me most of the time. And what I also love here is he's been over in 10 straight games against bottom 10 defenses for rebounds allowed, averaging 16.5 rebounds and assists per game. So he's in a great spot here, I think, for his rebounds and his assists tonight. I love the matchup for him. I think it's a great spot. The minutes should be high for him, especially if it is going to be indeed a close game. And he's also just so good in wins that it makes sense with the Bulls being 9.5-point favorites to take Vucevic here and his over. He's played them twice this year with 16 in back-to-back games. One was back in December, pretty much January. And this game here was January 17th, where he had 16 in both these games. 13 rebounds and 3 assists in both of these games here. So great history against Charlotte also. There's just makes a lot of sense to me why I like Vucevic so much over his rebounds and assists. A lot of it just makes sense for kind of the system that I usually take for players, especially when it comes to rebounds. So give me the over here for Vucevic and his rebounds and assists tonight. Rebounds, just the 9.5 is also extremely similar, by the way. I mean, you can just see how he's been like 28 plus minutes, 30 plus minutes. I mean, hit rates are nearly the same. I just like the upside for the assists just slightly better because he's been better in just wins overall. And also, you just have the upside of him dropping like a ridiculous 7 or 5 assist game, but you kind of have a floor here at 2 assists. So I think he's a nice little spot here because we could kind of get that upside of just a monster assist game, I feel like. And the floor, I feel like, is just pretty nice kind of at 2. And at the end of the day, he's a minus 155 over 2.5 assists. So I think it's a great spot there for his rebounds and assists tonight. Now, before we get to my next 2 plays here, if you're not already on DraftKings Pick 6, it is a newer app from DraftKings, which is available in most states, 18 years and older. So if PrizePicks is in your state, there's a pretty good chance that DraftKings Pick 6 is also in your state. And if you use promo code DOMG when you sign up using the link in my description, you get this promo here of play $5, get $50 instantly. So it's an awesome promo they have going out right now for new users. And what's beautiful about this app is they are not terrible with bumps, kind of like PrizePicks. Like if you go to the Chicago and Charlotte game here, go over to the rebounds, look at this. They have Vucevic here at 9.5 rebounds. PrizePicks doesn't have that. So if you want this app for yourself, get it for yourself by description, and be sure to use that promo code DOMG because it helps me out and helps you out as well. You get that play $5, get $50 instantly promo. Getting to my next play now, we're going to head over to the MLB this time around. The third play will be back in the NBA, but I'm going to talk about an MLB play real quick because tonight I like Brian Wu over his strikeouts at 4.5. You could also go with a 3.5, but the 4.5 is just a better payout because it's just only a slight little bit of juice on the over 4.5, so it's not a bad payout at all for Brian Wu here. But you see that he has been over already this year against the Athletics, where he had 5. This time around, though, he plays the San Francisco Giants, who are a pretty good matchup here, especially for these opposing righties. Like, you see what they ranked this year and also last year. Last year, they ranked 18th in K percentage, which is also known as strikeout percentage, at about 23.6%. In the last 30 games, which is pretty much just games this year, they have struck out about 25.3%, so it's been a little bit better here for opposing righties and their strikeouts against them. And other righty starting pitchers have had some pretty good games against them here. You can see Hunter Green had 8 strikeouts, Dave Martinez with 5, Ronald Blanco had 6, Wisniewski had 6, Castillo had 2, and Bryce Miller had 4 here. However, Castillo only threw 3 innings in this game here, where he had the 2 strikeouts. In this game here against Bryce Miller, he got into the 6th inning and just completely shit himself. So that's why he didn't have 5 strikeouts in that game himself. But what I love about Wu, though, is his slider. His slider is very good in those 2-strike counts to just get those strikeouts. Like you see here, a lot of these guys do struggle against that slider. Like, for example, Pat Bailey or Matt Chapman, Tyler Fitzgerald, especially Tyler Fitzgerald, really struggles against that slider. Like, these guys strike out a ton against the slider. And there are a couple of guys, too, that can strike out a little bit against the fastball, too, like Pat Bailey again, or even Matt Chapman at 27%. Tyler Fitzgerald just loves to strike out against pretty much every single pitch, but even Heliot Ramos and Mike Yastrzemski, too. They also can strike out against that fastball. So I think he's in a great spot for strikeouts for just a couple of those reasons there. But last year, he was pretty good for the most part, over in 59% of games. A couple of these games he missed, though, were just games where he didn't even pitch into the 5th inning. It was just like 4.1 innings pitched games, 4 innings, 3 innings, just kind of games that he's going to pitch a lot more than 4 innings today. Or at least he should, unless he gets absolutely shelled. Basically, most games last year where he pitched at least 5 innings, he was able to go over in. And he's already had a great start this year. He pitched 6 innings against the Athletics, where he's able to have 5 strikeouts. It's a little bit of a better matchup here, I would say, against the Giants. Although it is earlier in the season, I would say the Giants struck out a little bit more here than the Athletics, especially against those righty pitchers. So I think Brian Wu is just the next guy up here to have at least 5 strikeouts against the San Francisco Giants team. We're going to get my third play right now, but again, if you guys want a third play in tomorrow's video, be sure to leave a like on this video here because if we get 175 likes, I'll drop a third play tomorrow for you guys also. Getting into this play though, I like Darius Garland over 1.5 3-point makes here as a goblin over on PrizePicks. If we were to pair this one with 2 main squares on PrizePicks, it would actually pay out about a 3.75x, as you can see there. And if you're using all 3 plays from today's video, it would pay out a 3.25x. So it's up to you if you want to include Garland or not into your entry, but I think he's in a great spot. He's been over in 83% of games so far this year, and what I love, if you have not been watching these videos, is that he is at home today. At home this year, he's only missed this twice this year. In 94% of games, he's been over at home. The 2 misses came in bottom 10 matchups against the New York Knicks, and again, the New York Knicks. This time around, he gets a top 2 matchup against the Sacramento Kings, who rank 29th, of course, in 3-point makes allowed per game at 14.7. To opposing point guards, they still rank pretty good at 15th, allowing 3.2 per game, and Garland's just in another great spot against Sacramento. Last year, he had 3 and 2 against them. He has not played them so far this year, but still, it is a really good matchup for him. And especially if you bump these minutes up, because if this game is indeed a close one, in games with at least 28 minutes, he's over in 86%. At home, he's over in all but one game. The only game he missed here was a 32-minute game here, which was still a slight blowout there. They won by 19 points there against the New York Knicks. And again, the Knicks are a bottom 10 matchup there. But you can see how other point guards have been against them, especially when they do have some of these high lines. Carrington here was able to have 5 against them. Hallie probably should have been over, but he still had 2, 3-point makes against them there. SJ had 3 against them, only with a 1.5 line too. Pritchard had 5 against them with a 2.5 line. So I don't see why you can't just have 2 3-point makes in this game here. It's a really good spot, especially with him being at home. I talk about this time and time again. Pretty much every single time he plays at home, I take this one. So we're just going to do it yet again here in a really good matchup this time around against the Kings. I've got some more free plays for you in this video, but before we get to those, again, a couple of reminders. Don't miss out on joining the DubClub. Join the DubClub right now with a 2-day free trial linked in my description. This gives you access to all of my plays sent straight to your phone. You also get access to my correlated plays in the MLB also. Both of these plays yesterday, man, a 9x and a 17x, man, just missed by one leg. It was so freaking painful. But you guys can see the method behind the madness here. I mean, every single MLB play cashed, besides, at least the guys on the same team are in the same game. So we're looking to kind of bounce back here. Just smash these correlated entries today. We should have some pretty good ones going up in the DubClub today. But again, you also get access to the chat as well as my contributors plays. So don't miss out on getting those. Get it right now for free or for the next month for only $15. Linked in my description. But here's some more free plays from the Daily Grind tool. This tool here shows off the best bet to value plays on an app like PrizePicks or Underdog. Right now on PrizePicks, they love some Call of Duty plays, some League of Legends value plays there. You also have like Josh Giddey here under rebounds and assists that they like. Zach LaVine here over points, rebounds, and assists. Even some MLB here and Chris Paddock over 4 strikeouts. It's an awesome tool. Get it for yourself in my description by clicking on the fantasy bundle and scrolling down, and then use promo code DOMG. But they have another tool so separately called the AS Generator. This tool is over 2,000 units of profit since last year, and there are 11 slips currently on the board for apps like Underdog and PrizePicks. Right now on PrizePicks, they love the 6-pick flex, which contains some value right now in Zach LaVine over PRA, Keegan Murray under rebounds, and just a ton of NBA value as well as some MLB and some college basketball. If you want to put this into PrizePicks, it is super easy to do. Click on this button here, Bet on PrizePicks, and it puts it into PrizePicks for you just like that. Get this tool for yourself in my description by clicking on the slip generator and then scrolling down. Use promo code DOMG. Thank you for watching. So hopefully in the next video, best of luck. If you want to make over $5,000 profit on PrizePicks, watch this video right here.